I made $92,000 in one day dropshipping, and in this video, I'm gonna explain exactly how I did it. And make sure you stay until the end of the video to see not only what this product was, but how you can even find one of these products to sell on your own dropshipping store.
And you know that's right. And you know that's right. It's on my mind. And you know that's right. And you know that's right. It's on my mind.
Let's start off with the basics, right? Any business operates at the intersection where these two things cross, which is supply and demand. We learned this in economics, in high school, in college, and microeconomics of how supply and demand affects the sale of products in a specific market. Too much supply but too little demand equals a surplus, but too much demand and too little supply equals profit. Because see, people are willing to pay whatever the price is when they feel like the supply is limited. And I'm gonna explain to you exactly why we use supply and demand and how we used it really to influence consumer psychology to get them to buy our product. Now let's talk strategy. How did this day even come about? How did we make $92,000 in a single day just selling products online? And make sure you watch until the end of this video because I'm gonna show you guys exactly what this product was and how you can even find one of these products after watching this video to make yourself money with. You have to understand that customer psychology doesn't really change, and pairing that with something like market demand will equal to you being able to influence market demand by taking advantage really of how customers think. This is the synergy that creates winning products and drives sales for your brand online. Now back in 2023, there was a lot of talk about this year where in America, they were going to start passing certain laws to limit the use of the Second Amendment in the Constitution and limiting people's use basically of owning and exercising their rights to have guns. This is not a political take from me. I honestly do not have a stance on any of this right now because I'm trying to keep this neutral for you guys to hear. Obviously, I believe in protecting yourself, but at the end of the day, this was not a bill that was actually passed in America. There was just rumors of it being passed. And people in America specifically really feel strongly about the Constitution and the rights that they have that the Constitution gives them. So when I saw that federal courts inside of the United States were attempting to pass this law and do whatever they were doing, I saw that the search volume for this research go super high on Google and on Facebook and on Instagram, and the conversation was being stirred that will they take away the Second Amendment or will they not? By addressing customers' fears and aspirations through the products that I was selling, I was able to forge a real powerful connection to this audience because they already feel so strongly about this idea that their entire family has to be protected. They have to protect them. They are the ones who are protectors. So this product was a perfect fit for this. That was the theme of the product, what it actually was communicating to people. It's about the Second Amendment, but specifically who were we targeting? Because I could have targeted anybody. I could have targeted guys in their 50s. I could have targeted grandpas. I could have targeted grandmas, right? But I targeted something specifically that I knew was gonna get customers to tick once they saw the product in front of them. So you wanna make it as simple as possible for somebody to make a purchasing decision. That's why I actually focused, instead of just selling this product to everybody, I niched down and I focused specifically on a specific group of people to sell this product to. Now, you probably know how much your parents love you, and if you don't, tell them you love them. But I grew up with a twin sister, her name's Samira, and basically every single thing that I got, she would get. And I say that to say this, that parents want the best for their children. Sometimes when they're upset at you or whatever, you may not understand that, but they really do want the best for you. Now, especially babies who obviously are still babies, they're still little kids, but babies specifically cannot go buy their own things. You probably had your parents bug you all the time of, are you okay? Do you need this? How's your day going? They always want to make sure that you're okay. And especially little children, newborn children especially, because they have to be taken care of by their mother and father. They can't really go do anything by themselves. They're not self-sustaining yet. So parents always want their kids to have the best lives possible. Now, these little kids are the ones that actually parents spend the most money on because as a baby comes into the world, they have to go buy a crib, they have to go buy food, they have to go buy clothes, and all this stuff adds up. So what did we sell? I bet you could kind of guess what it is, and it was just baby clothes. Baby clothes about the Second Amendment, and the Second Amendment being the #1 law in the Constitution that people feel so strongly about that they have tied emotions to, and they feel moved when they feel like this Second Amendment is going to be taken away from them. Now, this has not happened, but certain states obviously limit the Second Amendment and how it is used. So people feel really strongly about losing their rights in the United States. So by actually selling them a product through their children, right? Through something that they already love. They love their children, they love them, they want to make sure they're always clothed, they want to make sure that they can express their beliefs to their children, right? Teach them their religion, teach them their, culture and all this stuff. So See, people always ask me, can you give me a winning product? Like, the product is clearly in front of you, right? You have to understand that a good customer buying psychology along with market demand equals you having a winning product. So when I saw this bill almost get passed and really just everybody in America was talking about it, I knew the search volume for this was gonna go up even more than it currently was. So I went out and I built a Shopify store. And if you guys don't know how to build a Shopify store, you can watch my last video. I show you exactly how to do it. And if you don't wanna go through my videos, you can get my free course. It's linked in the description down below. But we basically built the store, and all we did was we printed specific quotes and sayings about the Second Amendment on these shirts, and specifically baby clothing, not even just shirts that people wear, because that would get drowned out. We had baby clothes that had graphics on them that related to the Second Amendment and having that Second Amendment right protected. Parents love buying clothes for their children and items and using them really just as a symbol of their beliefs, which I find it being really weird, but this is what sells, right? Emotional based purchasing decisions. When somebody sees something that they feel emotionally about and it relates to their kid or their dog or their family member, there's no better way of selling to them than using that love of the thing that they have inside of your marketing angle. I'm gonna go through now and show you guys the ad metrics. So this is our Hyros account. It shows us, sort of how much we spent on ads. And as you probably know, we are spending money on Facebook ads here. Facebook ads, in my opinion, are the best kind of advertisements for your business if you're looking for longevity, if you're looking for utilizing data. But TikTok, as you saw in my last YouTube video, does very well at the same time. It's just, I found that our audience and our demographic is more so on Facebook for this product. That's why I didn't do it on TikTok. But if you watch my last video, you can see we made almost $28,000 in just 72 hours. Okay, so basically on the ad side, what we were doing was we spent around 38,000 and returned 103. And most of this, about, a big majority of it came from Meta, about 8/10 of it, 80% of it came from Meta. And how we did set it up is we basically had, our ABO creatives running here at, pretty solid bid caps. I think the bid caps were about 75% of what our break-even point was. And these were winning creatives from, again, what we tested earlier with different kind of products in a similar niche. And then we had separate ad set interests, just targeting different ad sets. And then we had a CBO winner stack, and pretty much all of our costs went into this. Everything else was just, big cap testing. So it wasn't anything too crazy. But the profit, again, mainly came from Meta. We also did have some other traffic sources such as Google, which brought in around, 2 or 3% of the total revenue, which again is not much, but when you think of things like email, SMS, these are things that are bringing in a ton of revenue. So, you never want to neglect it, but that's how we set up basically the Meta side of things for, once we find the winning product, and obviously before the ad spend starts to increase. But this one day, this is basically what the cost breakdown was inside of Meta. So basically majority of it, again, is coming from Facebook, about $38,000 of cost. 36,000 of it is coming from Meta. So that's where, our main focus was for this store. Now, I'm not gonna go over in this video how to set up your store, how to set up Facebook ads, or do anything that I'm talking about, because I have an entire free program that is actually a competition this year for you to either start your e-commerce business, manage it, or grow it, and just really get the results that you're looking for in 2024 and beyond. Click the link in the description down below. It's a free program that I put together for you guys and a community that's attached with it. I believe highly in my network and my net worth being related. So if I have a good network, then my net worth is probably high. But if I have a low value network, then my net worth is probably pretty low. So that's why I built a community. And again, if you guys want all that information, you can click the button below this video in the description and join the Multiply Games. It's our premier e-commerce competition. The winner actually gets to come here to Australia to our offices for a couple of days, hang out with me and my business partner, and really see how we run these stores and what this operation looks like at scale, doing $5 to $10 million a year. I'm not gonna keep yapping about this. If you guys wanna learn how to build your store, do all this stuff, you know where to go. But this is basically how I attach myself to customer demand and make money from it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications to never miss another post.